Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to FM22. We're in Journeyman, and it's episode 21. So, uh, we continue on with the Asian Cup, and it is the semifinals of the Asian Cup, where this is a two-legged tie, and we are on the road. It's the regional part of the Asian Cup, so we are far from the climax of this cup, but for at least getting out of our local region at the international level, we are on the verge of at least seeing a final. So we still have a ways to go in even just the regional phase. But anyway, we've already knocked off one Malaysian side in the first phase, in the group phase. Here, we're up against our second Malaysian side. Also looking at who we face potentially, I like the odds of us getting through the finals. But we still have two semifinal matches to get through. Let's start with that. Let's see if we can take care of business here. We are in yellow today, not in red, even though we are used to seeing ourselves in red. But both sides share that similar color. Haroon offside on that one. Palu in, so that's one of our changes from where we have been. One thing that the club continues to face is injuries. Injuries continue to mount. Walladane gets that across to Yunus, but he has to backtrack a little bit, which takes a lot of the power off of his header as he was going backward when he went up to jump for that one. But we've already had two shots on target, and we're getting a lot of chances at the moment. Now, of course, this is a competition where we're still missing two very key defenders who had just signed for the squad. So at this stage, anyway, we have not been able to select a different roster than what we had. I'm hoping maybe after the regional phase is done, we'll get a chance to reselect our roster and be able to pick those guys. But one of them, Kabuka, or whatever his name is, out for 3 to 4 months. Told you, the injuries continue to mount, minor and major. Yunus was injured a couple days ago in training. He was cleared to play today. There's a chance. Oh, close range from Akono and straight at the keeper. There would have been nothing the keeper could have done there. Sagang, that's blocked, and the ball is deflected as the keeper tried to dive on top of it. That went off the header of one of the defenders, falls down somewhere around the penalty spot, or a little nearer to that, and their keeper dives, and all he can do is deflect that ball as it bounced up off the turf right as he was about to pounce on it, and we end up getting the opening goal. From the look of things, it's the least we deserve right now. XG-wise is already over 1. Nice ball inside to Akono, but he lays it off for Zulfiandi. Zulfiandi just cleared to play. Walladane intercepts that one. Does not take the through ball as I anticipated, and he ends up crossing to Yunus, who wins the header, but another easy one straight at them. They've had .04 XG. Apparently you can get something that low with a shot on target. Just a reminder that this is the first leg of 2, so that means we will be playing at home exactly 1 week from today. Now, we had a match against Arema in the meantime, and it was yet another loss, yet another injury. So we now have 9 points from 7 matches played. But Akono, with the equivalent of a tap-in, he's got the keeper totally beat. He needed a little bend to that ball, and he did get a little, but just a tiny, tiny bit of bend on that ball, and ends up not enough. The ball came back off the post. He just had another golden opportunity and failed again. So Akono really chomping at the bit. Somehow he does have a 7.0 rating. I don't understand how, when he's missing these easy chances against a team we should be up at least a couple goals by this point on. Akono through to Yunus. Yunus, tap in. Finally, we convert. It is 2-0. Okay, Palu on a 6.5. Let's go ahead and bring on Fabrianto. I do not want to risk somebody being sent off at this stage and suddenly having the tide turn drastically in the game by playing with 10 mid. Here they are pressuring for the first time, but Fabrianto makes a nice play to clear that one out. They've had a second shot, more XG from that one too. Hour gone by, we're going to stay positive as we have another leg to play. Goino now on a yellow. Do not think... Oh, I do have Nanda. Nanda coming back from injury, capable of playing 45 minutes. Let's go ahead and get him out there for the same reason that we subbed off Pelou. Zulfiandi with the chance. Does a lot better than Akono did with his multiple chances, but the keeper makes a decent stop there. And we are now approaching the end, first half of this tie. Fabrianto. Sinji combining well at the moment, but defense positioned well. Inside to Akono. Zulfiandi. There's Yunus. Looked onside, but the flag is up. Doesn't matter as he just missed anyway. 10 minutes left to play. Thinking about a substitution for tired legs, as we do have some important league matches. Sinji not playing terribly well and a bit tired. That might be a good target for a substitution. Of course, you have Saimima. Of course, we have Agum, a long-time servant of the squad. Let's get Saimima out there, a little more defensive. Corner kick. Ball not cleared out well, but Yunus gets a second head to it and gets it away. That one looked a little offside, but no flag, and they get one back. They've done nothing all match. He's on. He's good. He is good. And that came down to Cristanto and Fabrianto. Fabrianto not combining well on that one. Neither one picking up their man, giving him a little too much space. And all of a sudden, we're only taking a 1-goal advantage into the second leg. So gang, inside to Yunus. Oh, terrible pass, but foul right on the edge of the box. And then we bang it off the crossbar. Wow. How many times have we been so close? They've done absolutely nothing, and yet we only lead by a goal. We should be up by 2 to 3 goals right now. Kono lays it off for Zulfiandi, who gets it back. While at aim. Doesn't quite beat his man. He could have chipped it over his leg and then outran him, but he reacts a little too slow and loses the ball. Leg 1 done. Advantage us. Domination us. But it's still kind of close. And we're back home for leg number 2. We are following a very tight 1-0 league victory at a very weak side. So our form in the league is terrible. But 12 points from 8, it's a little bit better. We're still very much mid-table. But anyway, here we have the advantage. We're up 2-1. We're going to be playing at home. But there are some questionable things. The injury bug continues to bite again. Masirin just missed about 5 days of training with an injury, including that league match that we just had. So Masirin cleared to play today. Nanda still only cleared to play about 45 minutes, and he's going to have to start because my options are very limited. Speaking of options, as we miss an easy one right there, and that's very worrying about what happened in the first leg. But anyway, the yellow cards that we got last time out with Goino and who was the other one? Oh gosh, the other defender that we had in. I'm already drawing a blank who that was, but anyway, both of them are unavailable. Pelou, it was Pelou, Goino and Pelou, Zulfiandi, and there you go. That does not seal it by any means. We still have almost 90 minutes to play. We're only 7 minutes in. But that is a great start to this one. Really nice run. Zulfiandi out of the midfield. Just attack. And a good, solid finish. Not a no-brainer. Not the easiest one. You still have to get the job done. And he did. Aggregate now 3-1. Anyway, I'm really hoping for a strong first half from this match because I'm going to have to sub out Nanda and our backup has only ever played one senior match. Young player that we've got developing, that we brought in on the cheap for, free signing but low salary to develop. And that's not somebody I really want on the pitch for an Asian Cup match, a key Asian Cup match. But if we're up by, say one more, I'll feel a lot better about making that substitution. XG wise, we're flying through that, but we've only got one on target so far. You add another shot or two on target, and I bet you we've got ball in the back of the net. Sugang set up nicely. Not offside by any means, but the flag goes up anyway. Kono lays it off for a Yunus. Yunus takes it towards the corner. Crosses. Zulfandi gets on the end of that one and goes very close. That was a nice save from the keeper. Definitely his best of the tie. Kono through for Yunus. Yunus takes two little touches. The first touch, it looks like he's about to volley, but he just taps it a little further on. Keeper commits to the knees and then back of the net. And now at 4-1, I'm feeling pretty good about our situation. See right here. Oh, he didn't take two touches. Just looks like he kind of hesitated on when he kicked it. Makono onside. Sugang makes it 3. Let's start the substitution parade. We're going to begin with Ifananda. And bring on that guy. Maulana. Maulana has some base stats that make him okay as a defender. He just doesn't have anything to really go with it. Nasirin, somebody I'd love to sub as he's coming back from that injury. You can see his fitness is pretty low. Fabrianto has picked up a yellow. But at 5-1, I think we're feeling pretty good. I think we could survive. Something big hit. Whew, gosh, that was almost a repeat of the goal they got in the first leg. I'd like to get Nasirin out of there, but I don't know who, if anyone, can play back there. Solfiandi, no. Sainima, do you have any, any ability to play back? He does not. We're kind of stuck. We are totally out of subs at that position. The Syrian's just going to have to suck it up, get through this. Maulana, first thing we've seen from him, and he gives up the ball and then doesn't track back his man well enough, and that was that goal that came super close right there. That was on him. So not a great debut at the moment for Maulana. That was a good deflection, forced right there, though. I think that might have been him again. Okay, Fabrianto is really struggling and on a yellow. Let's go ahead and bring on Rinto Ali. Second sub. And I know we're up by 4, but let's do just minor time wasting. We won't do anything major. But I'm just nervous about our health. And something drastic happening like that should have been in the back of the net. Let's go balanced. Let's slow down the tempo. And let's see this thing out. Zulfiandi. Let's bring on Agung. Sinji on a yellow now. That's a lot of yellow cards. Hopefully we don't see a ton of suspensions from this. Sinji. Sugang. Goal. I'll take that. That seals this thing. Never too much doubt in the result anyway, at least not since early. That was blocked, and then Sugang just pounces on the live ball. Ooh, nice. Nice sequence from them. Good save from Setho. Siren, very tired and on a yellow card. But that is time, full time. 4-0, much more like it. 6-1 aggregate. And we are through to the regional final of the Asian Cup. Shocking result. Shocking. No, not us winning 4-0, 6-1 aggregate, but the other result. I will tell you why Kaya beating Hanoi is so shocking here in just a moment. We've seen this screen before, and you know some of these details already, but this is the Asian leagues ranked best to worst. I'm going to point out a few things to you. First off, we already know that Korea, Qatar, China, right? They're on top. Japan, those are the best leagues. The only Southeast Asian side that's any sort of threat, Thailand. Indonesia is the next highest ranked. Now, we were 27th a year ago. We're now 20th. So our ranking has improved as a league. Which definitely means somebody made a deep run a year ago. Tira Persikabo, I would imagine, is probably the team that did so. But then what? What's after that? Well, you have India's Hero I-League. They're down there. And they were almost ranked similar to us, and that was one of the leagues I did have loaded. But here's Malaysia, right? They are not far behind at all. I mean, this is just a notch below where our league is. But here's Vietnam, LSV League One. We were probably going to be playing against the Vietnamese side. And that made a lot of sense based on the fact that they're ranked 30th. Here's Singapore. This was the other that we were playing in the group stage. It was Malaysia, it was Singapore, and then it was the Philippines. Now, the Philippines Football League is very young. Until a couple years ago, the entire league took place in the city of Manila itself. I know this. I've been there. I've seen them. My wife's from the Philippines. I'm super excited about the progress that they've made, but you can see they are significantly lower in the rankings. Kaya is the team that just got through, and they're from that league. So this is fantastic news for us that we're going to play a team that's definitely a bit weaker, that lost 2-0 in the first leg, but then went home and things clicked. They got 3 goals and they made it through. By the way, just throwing this one out there, I've played for many, many years. I play indoor primarily. My league is not going to be found in FM. However, the last outdoor league I did play in, it's right here, the M League, Division 1, 119th in Asia. Municipality of the Northern Mariana Islands, MNB. But Northern Mariana Islands, it's a Commonwealth anyway. I don't know why they call it municipality with their MNP code. Should be CMNA. But the M League, right there. I also managed a team in Division 2. Managed a team in the Women's League. Anyway, that was a long time ago. Finances have been a struggle. Have definitely been a struggle. But getting a win like that pays out a little bit. 40,000 for that victory. Plus, we've been getting those bumper crowds that are absolutely helping us financially. This cup run has been a huge boost. It would be really sad for this team if this team does not turn around and qualify again, and that the extra income from this year goes away. You can see from here just how small of a team we're dealing with. Stadium, 10,000. They have some season ticket holders, but I mean, they're only charging $13 a ticket. Stadium in poor condition, and it can't be that old because this is another one of those. For one thing, the club itself was founded in 96, but they're from Iloilo City. This is central Philippines. This is not on the main island of Luzon where Manila is. So this is one of the couple teams from the central Philippines, along with Cebu. And really surprising that they are competing, but I think, I don't know if they're chosen kind of at random on who makes the Asian Cup or not when it's a non-loaded league. And here's the upcoming schedule. You can see how we had lost 3 out of 4, but now we've won 3 straight, including the 2 legs of our semifinal. But in the league, we have 5 more upcoming matches before we then begin the Indonesia Cup. And then we have Kaya. Home and away, back-to-back, with a little bit of a break. These are scheduled on the same day, but I'm sure we'll have that rescheduled. But that also means it should only be rescheduled a couple days later. So we will almost certainly have a match in between the 2 legs. But with Kaya being the opponent, I mean, this is one of the easiest teams we've gone up against in the tournament. Gotta love the chances of getting out of the regional part of the cup and into the next phase, which was the expectation from the board and seems now to be the likely outcome. Meanwhile, while things have been disappointing in the league, 4 wins, 4 losses in 8 matches, that's all we've played. It really could be worse. I mean, for one thing, we've already had the hardest opponents, and when you have 17 opponents overall and you've already played all the hardest ones and you've only played 8 matches, roughly halfway through, then theoretically the second half of the first half of our season, right, quarter number 2, should be a little bit easier, should be able to bag a few more points. And if we can get healthy, I like things going a little bit better. Speaking of, in this last week, we had 5-6 injuries still. At the moment, it's down to the 1. Now, we have guys that are still returning from injury, but at least at the moment, we're doing a little bit better. But Kabula, right, that does hurt. That does hurt, especially when visually what we've been paying attention to is the Asian Cup, not the league so much, and he has only been eligible for the league, as well as Quinones. So missing 2 key players from all those Asian Cup games has made it a little tricky for me I've only seen them play once. That is going to do it for this episode, though. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there. Bye for now.